Welcome. And I almost said the wrong show. I'm going to say, welcome to the other side of Vegas. I'm your host, Roy Evans. But I am your host, Roy Evans, at least one of two. And what we're doing today is what we're, as of right now, calling the Boutique Rotary Mixoff.
There it is.
And I am high above Las Vegas in Two Toes Tower with my man Rob Alahn.
What's up?
One part Unfiltered Soul and Mr. One Stop DJ Sop himself in Las Vegas. And for those that you that may not know, I'm going to backtrack just for a second. And what we're doing today is a byproduct of something we did last month, where I honestly believe we created history. I neglected to verify that, so I'm going to say we created history, damn it. And last month we did an event where we had 8 boutique rotary mixers under one roof, and had a bunch of people come out to just,
Definitely put their hands on them.
yeah.
Hear them, touch them, feel them.
Had them all set up, predominantly turntables.
Yeah.
We had one set up, set up with CDJs.
CDJs.
That was it. And it was a great event. And because of it, obviously you can't get into all the subtle nuances of everything with 8 boutique mixers. So what we decided to do is a monthly series where we go back and forth with featuring just 2 to go side by side. And what we're starting off with this month is the E&S DJR-400. This is a 4-channel rotary mixer, and built-in isolator, and we'll get into all that kind of stuff. But we're going to go side by side between this and the Condesa Lucia Firecracker. Now, unfortunately, before the last event,
Oh, that was fortunately.
yeah, well, fortunately for him, there was a 4-channel Firecracker Condesa, and
The Condesa Carmen V. That's the
the
4
Carmen
channel,
V, yeah. So we're not doing. That's why we're not going side by side with 4-channel and 4-channel. That part kind of doesn't matter as much. But some lucky new owner
Yes.
has himself a 4-channel.
Beautiful.
Oh man, the Carmen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop in real quick and just do a side by side comparison. We got, come on, you see it. I'm not going into all of that. But what we are doing is we're going to play the same track, on this mixer and on that mixer, and just kind of get into the subtle nuances. We're not going to get too deep into the nuts and bolts like I really want to do, like really geek out. But just we're going to do more of an overarching theme of the workflow, how they color, and those kind of differences, and compare the two. He's got a track that he wants to use. I got a track I want to use, and we're going to get it in like that, and then we'll get into some commentary during and afterwards. So we're going to start with your track, and this is what?
It's Doop by Jose Vilchez, I'm guessing. Vilches. I was going to call it doo-wop because that sounds sexier to me, but it's spelled D-O-O-P, so I guess that might be Doop. But in any event, I like it. It's bass heavy. It's a banger. Nice pace on it. Nice heat on the ball. So we're going to get into it, do a side-by-side comparison, and let you guys see what you've been missing.
All right. Well, we're going to start with yours. So is your volume up?
No, but I was going to sync it so we could.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What cue point was that? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Ready to do the count.
3, 2, 1, go.
So you can bring yours up to your spot. You're good. You at your volume?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring mine in. Matter of fact, leave yours up. Just make sure we match. I'm geeking out. Let's see. Cool. You bring that one down? So I want to get into how this one right here sounds like.
Full kill.
Yeah, man, it's full kill. Full kill. Man, I love it. Now with this here, unlike his, he has a 3-band EQ. I only have 2. What I dig about this, it's pretty simple. I'm a simple dude. I don't really go too crazy. The only thing that I really care about is just where things are. That kind of falls under that whole workflow category. You know, what's just easy for you to get to and do and all that stuff. But other than that, they both sound great. Now, granted, you're hearing a recording, you know, through earbuds or something. I don't know, but what we're listening to, what we spoke about earlier is that, you know, we can use the same adjectives for both of them, but there's something about them that makes them different. I categorize this one as a little bit brighter overall, but obviously, yeah. But obviously, when you have these controls, you know, you can make it what you want. You know, that's why these, from what I understand, these isolators were initially separate, and they were used at the final end of the chain in a lot of spots.
Separate ISO.
Yep. For just for your master. Now, granted, it depends on the venue and how things are separated. If you got amps for highs, mids, and lows, you know, obviously it just depends on the budget. Really, you know, it's not really. It doesn't get quite into that much detail if you're just using powered speakers. So let's get into the other track.
Yeah.
I want to hear. Okay, I'm gonna go with a track that's out right now as of, I don't know, about a month ago, by my man Oscar P, Chris Herrera, out in San Diego, and I forget what label it's on. I don't know if it's Color Recordings, but yeah, either way, track source. Said I Know, Oscar P, Chris Herrera.
Yep.
Nice deep joint. It's got a nice round sound to it, and the vocals kind of cut through. Obviously, depending on your venue and how things are EQ'd and all that, or balanced and all. But I want to hear how this puppy sounds. So let's. Oh, that's right.
A Bank. There it is.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
You leave your home for days and days, and I know, said I know, you got another one somewhere around.
Good. Love it.
You leave your home for days and days, and I know, said I know, you got another one somewhere.
Yeah, shout out. And of course, you know, when it comes to the play, it's one thing, this is what it does. I went all the way to 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And there's certain tracks where you're not gonna want to go that far. So, for instance,
You leave your home for days
not quite as
and
bright as
days.
like that.
And I know
All right, let's see how it sounds over there. Let's bring that up.
you got another woman somewhere around.
A little quieter. Make sure I got everything trimmed fine. But to your point earlier, you know, you can do whatever you want with it.
You leave your home for days and days. And I know, said I know, you got another woman somewhere around. You leave your home for days and days. And I know, said I know, you got another woman somewhere around.
Everything trimmed flat.
Man, I know one thing. There's so much that can be done with these.
You leave your home
And it's a track by track.
days and days.
Oh, yeah. Each track has its own characteristics.
Yeah, and
And I know,
Take away. And both of these units, by the way, have
you gotta bring that down.
you got another woman.
both of these have effects, separate effect sends on each channel.
Okay.
So
Oh wow, instead of overall.
correct.
Okay.
I mean, there's a return.
You leave your home for days and
So the FX return is here, but the send for channel 1 is here, and the send for channel 2 is here. And
Gotcha.
on this mixer, depending again, this is workflow. The sends are in front,
Yeah.
and the master return, the return is also on the front panel and not the top panel. Personal preference again there, workflow.
And I mean, there's certain aspects of it that are customizable. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, kind of doesn't make much sense to have your sins back here or anything, but
Right.
in lieu of that, I mean, there are a lot of things that you can customize within reason.
Absolutely. I've seen these with crossfaders. This one has an added line input on it as opposed to 3 phonos, which some of the E&S's come, I think, with 3 phonos. This one's 2 and 2. So, and the other interesting thing, we're talking about differences, and I know you can't see it with this 4 channel because this is obviously a 2 channel, but on Medi's 4 channel, I can make any channel a line or a phono input. But on E&S, this is going to be turntable number 2, and this is going to be turntable number 3. Sorry, this is going to be your left turntable, and this is going to be your right turntable.
So 2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Interesting.
2 and 4, or I'm sorry, 1 and 3. I got too many mixes, can't keep them all straight. But 1 and 3. So if you don't like that configuration, if you're used to doing the 2 inner knobs or the 2 outer knobs in your style and your workflow, then that's gonna take some getting used to, because it's only 1 and 3. He doesn't change it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that you can request that, and he would accommodate that change, but for the most part, how they come out of his factory is like that. 1 and 3.
Yeah, and I noticed they also have it's switchable
Yeah, exactly.
in the back, phono and line. Interesting. Because there are a lot of people that have like this rule of thumb, for lack of a better phrase. You know, some people like, 1 and 4 for certain things in particular. I only really get into that when there's only just 2 items. And I mean, granted, I don't do that very often, so it doesn't really matter as much. I'm a 1, 2, 3 guy.
Yeah.
So, but if there's only 2, like some people are nervous about, you know, hitting the channel next to it.
Correct. But you're also, I would say, this is something you and I have in common, is we're music mercenaries. The setup doesn't matter. Give me 5 or 10 minutes with it, and I'll make it do what it needs to do.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I think that some people are more rigid and fixed and can only or prefer only to have it this way. And so those are the guys with the, you know, 12-page writers and all that. But
yeah. I mean, and granted, you know, it helps to have a 12-page writer, you know, but it's not completely necessary. All it is, you know, just communication. You know, a little forethought and communication can go a long way.
And that's the beauty of these mixers is that in lieu of a rider, I can take this DJR-400 with me. I don't have to worry about whether or not they'll have one for me. It's so portable, it's so light, they're so small. These are backpack eligible. I don't carry them that way. I don't have the pressurized cases. But if you just needed to shove this in your backpack and get down the block, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, I mean, plus, you know, if you're just getting down the block, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's it can still fall under carry-on. But obviously, you know, this is something that more times than not, the average person that's watching right now most likely would want this in your bedroom. You know, and if you're at that level, then you're probably not watching this. But, you know, because it's not like it's something that you could really rent. Either a venue has it or it doesn't, for the most part.
That's true. That's true.
You know, so it's not necessarily as easy as, hey, I'm going to the event that I'm playing. Make sure you get me a, you know, E&S 400. That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, and we can do that here though, at the One Stop DJ Shop. I will say that.
You can.
That you can. You can't rent this one because this one's special. But the DJR-400 and any of the other mixes that we have, the Master Sounds, all those guys. Well, not the icy white Master Sound, but suffice to say, we have a stable of Rotary mixers that you can rent for a gig. Again, these aren't cheap, so the price to rent them isn't cheap. And that's, like you said, that's for a certain tier club, certain tier promoter, certain tier DJ.
Certain FICA score.
Yeah, but if you're serious about it and you need it for your gig or an event that you're doing, you know, we do rent them. But for the most part, what we're trying to do is give you guys an opportunity to hear them, make up your own minds and ears. And if you happen to be in Vegas and you happen to be at one of our events, one of these tapings, you may get an opportunity to put your hands on them like we did last month, which was crazy. So I think again at this price point, you just can't go wrong in terms of the quality of sound, but there are distinct differences in workflow.
Yes. And honestly, like, once you get over a particular bracket, you know, price-wise, if something that you prefer is a little bit higher up, I'm not gonna say it's not much more, that's relative, but it kind of doesn't.
and these are for ladies and gents that really care.
Yeah.
You know, about sound. So
yeah, this is not what you come out your bedroom on. And granted, most cats nowadays, you know, they treat this like the plague anyway.
right.
You know, round knobs are for certain kinds of DJs.
Yeah.
You know? Not better or worse, just different.
You
know, more. Granted, if you see this out, chances are it's going to be used with a pair of CDJs. But most people that own these, more times than not, use these with their turntables. That's where things marry and it gets a little bit different. You know, you can use adjectives like warm and all of those stuff. Well, in comparison to CDJs, that's what you would characterize turntables as.
Yeah.
You know, provide the quality of wax and all that stuff.
Cartridges and all
No,
that.
I'm not gonna geek out.
Right.
Trying not to geek out. Matter of fact, I am going to geek out, but what we're going to do is we're going to shut this down first, and then we're going to get our geek on. But I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you watching. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think like Roy was saying earlier, you just got to do your research. If you are lucky enough to know someone who has one, get your hands on it, see it and hear it for yourself. Here in Vegas, we have a unique opportunity in the shop that we have so many. It's always by appointment, so call us at the shop if you want to come down and check these out for yourself. But I think that just really listening, doing your research, and if you want to make that kind of capital investment in your sound, we're here for you.
It is that. I'm not saying it's not worth, saving your chips for, but because it is. But they are beautiful, and they sound great, and it is totally worth every penny. I don't get nothing out of that. So, just saying, this is just as a DJ just loves, the art, the culture of it, all these subtle nuances that make presenting sound and sharing it with others important to some of us. If you fall in that category, hit the man up. And until next time, please find, like, share the page, the video. If there's something else you guys want to see, if there are certain mixes you want to see side by side, keep your ear to the ground. We'll be, once we come up with the next date for next month, we'll pick one and we'll leave it up to you guys to pick the other, and we'll go side by side and see how they sound. Give them have them run their paces a little bit. But until next time, I appreciate your time. I'm Roy Evans, other side of Vegas. There's no peace without unity.